Sunrise paints the kitchen wall. Coffee brews, but I stall. Photos on the mantle tell stories we forgot to call. You left your boots by the old porch light, faded jeans on a Saturday night. We chased a dream down dusty roads, not knowing where the river flowed. Every smile, every fight, took a piece, made it right. There's a balance in the tears we lost, walking this line, counting the cost. What love cost us, more than words can say, built on the nights we lost our way. Heartbeats paid in quiet trust, underneath it all. What love cost us. The porch swing creaks in the summer breeze, your laughter caught in the elm trees. But words like fire, they burn too fast, left ashes where we thought would last. Holding on and letting go, learning what we didn't know. In every scar, a story's embossed, time keeps count of what love costs. What love cost us, more than words can say, built on the nights we lost our way. Heartbeats paid in quiet trust, underneath it all. What love cost us. And though the road got rough and long, we found and broken where we belong. No guarantees, no silver dust, just honest bills of what love costs. What love cost us, more than words can say, built on the nights we lost our way. Heartbeats paid in quiet trust, underneath it all. What love cost us. Counting the price but never lost, holding the truth of what love cost. Street lights flicker past the diner window pane. Coffee cups and quiet talks, just trying to explain. The city hums a restless tune, but here we stand, holding to the quiet, holding to your hand. Cars racing, voices rising, it's all coming in strong. But somewhere in the chaos, you and I belong. A trucker's song on fading radio, a distant train. We're anchored in the moment, weathering the strain. Every word feels louder in the heat of the night, but your eyes pull me close. Your hand in mine says there's no place we can't go. This city's pounding rhythm, a beat that won't quit, but we find peace between the breaks, never calling it quits. Though the world spins faster, drowning out our song, in this loud and restless night, it's here that we belong. So we hold tight through the noise tonight, dancing on the edge of fading light. No need for silence to feel alright. When I'm here with you, I'm holding on tight. The city noise can't steal our time. In the clutter, your heart's the only rhyme. Together steady in the rush and fight, finding calm in your arms through this noisy night. So we hold tight through the noise tonight, dancing on the edge of fading light. No need for silence to feel alright. When I'm here with you, I'm holding on tight. Hold tight, just hold tight. In the noise, we find our light. The old porch light flickers, rain tapping slow. Your worn out boots hang beside the door. Memories scattered like leaves on the ground. Under this roof, silence is loud. We built this house from dreams and hands, painted walls with hopes and plans, but the laughter faded room by room. Cold coffee cups mark our lonely afternoon. I look across the kitchen table, see the cracks we couldn't disable, promises folded like letters never sent. Two hearts living with the same regret. What love cost us under one sky, two souls caught in a slow goodbye. Beneath the roof where we once danced free, now just memories and what used to be. Your photos faded on the mantelpiece, a silent song that won't release. The scent of your perfume, a ghost in the hall. I'm chasing shadows I can't recall. The bed we shared feels twice as wide, empty spaces where you'd hide, words left unsaid pile like dust. Love's fragile bond turned to
On the front porch where the floorboards creak, we trace the cracks like the lines on our hands. Coffee cups and yesterday's news, trying to hold on to something true. We fall like storms rolling over summer plains, voices sharp like the harvest rains. But in the quiet that followed the sound, we found the shape of where love was bound. It's not the breaking that tells the tale, but the hands that learn to mend the sail. You and me, we're patchwork worn, holding tight to what's not torn. Dust on the shelves from forgotten plans, but your fingers brush life back to my hands. The porch light flickers, soft and low, casting warmth on the cracks we know. It's not the breaking that tells the tale, but the hands that learn to mend the sail. You and me, patchwork worn, holding tight to what's not told. We broke, yes, but we stayed, learning how to keep the night from fading away. In broken pieces, we found our way, like stars that won't decide to stray. We broke, but we stayed, learning how to stay. No promises made in easy light, just two souls working through the night. With every breath, with every break, we're figuring how to not walk away. We broke, yes, but we stayed, learning how to keep the night from fading away. In broken pieces, we found our way, like stars that won't decide to stray. We broke, but we stayed, learning how to stay. On this porch where our story bends, not perfect, but we call it friends. We broke, but darling, we stayed, learning how to love and how to stay. The mornings break with a light too sharp to touch. Coffee's black as the nights I've left behind. Flickering flames in old photographs, these burn marks remind me who I was before.
sleepless fights. Every scar tells a story I can't ignore. I thought the smoke would swallow me whole, but it cleared the air, made me ready to grow. From the fire where I almost fell apart, I found a way to heal my broken heart. Scars that led me hard and true, burn marks fading, but they led me to you. Burned bridges turned into wooden floors, each step creaking with lessons learned. Dust and ashes where I used to stand, now it's solid ground and a new hand to hold. The heat once threatened to consume my soul, but now it's warmth under calm control. From the fire where I almost fell apart, I found a way to heal my broken heart. Scars that led me hard and true, burn marks fading, but they led me to you. Sometimes the pain feels like a flame still bright, but with you those nights don't hold their bite. Made of sweat and tears, this road was rough, but I'm standing here now, and that's enough. From the fire where I almost fell apart, I found a way to heal my broken heart. Scars that led me hard and true, burn marks fading, but they led me to you. Burn marks fading, but they led me to you. The room goes dark, but I can still see your face. Every corner filled with the moments we can't replace. The city sleeps, but our stories are wide awake. Old clock's ticking, neither of us wants to break. Coffee on the table, steaming quiet like our minds, searching for the words we left behind. No need for light to find where we belong. In the silence, your heart beats a steady song. When the lights go out, our fire still burns bright, holding on to hope in the middle of the night. Though the world's asleep, our hearts don't quit in the darkest hour. It's you I can't forget. Windows cracked open,
letting cool air run through. Covered up in stories only me and you knew. The nights of canvas, painted with our fears and dreams. But here in the dark, you're closer than you seem. No need for light to find where we belong. In the silence, your heart beats a steady song. When the lights go out, our fire still burns bright, holding on to hope in the middle of the night. Though the world's asleep, our hearts don't quit in the darkest hour. It's you I can't forget. Power's down, but our story's still loud. Two beating hearts lost in this quiet crowd. No flicker of bulbs, just the flame in your eyes, lighting up the night, breaking all goodbyes. When the lights go out, our fire still burns bright, holding on to hope in the middle of the night. Though the world's asleep, our hearts don't quit in the darkest hour. It's you I can't forget. So when the night swallows all we know, I'm right here and I'm not letting go. The air hangs still like a photograph. You and me caught there, time lost its path. The kitchen table tells our story plain. Coffee cups with your lip print stain. Outside the world keeps rushing by. Inside this room, years just lie. Every tick's a frozen seed, planting memories that we both need. When clocks freeze over us, holding moments we can't trust, still hands pressed like they're alive. In this quiet, we're surviving. No rush of hours, no flight of days, just this silence where our hearts stay. Your worn out jacket hangs by the door, a faded scent I can't ignore. Outside the world is moving fast, but here the pain, it seems to last. No seconds pass, no future calls, just endless nights within these walls. When clocks freeze over us, holding moments we can't trust, still hands
right here in the stillness. You're so near. When clocks freeze over us, holding moments we can't trust, still hands press like they're alive. In this quiet, we're surviving. No rush of hours, no flight of days, just this silence where our hearts stay. So here we wait, where time has stalled, love in aftermath, standing tall. The night was thick and heavy like a hangover. Two hearts worn thin by the miles and the thunder. We sat silent, windows down, faces turned away, where we almost gave up on that long, long way. Maps scattered on the floor, coffee gone cold, dust on the dash where our story was told. The radio played, but we barely heard a sound, just the miles stretching empty outside our town. You looked at me with tired eyes, held your breath like a lonely sigh, almost broke but didn't fall, clinging to the hope of it all. Lost roads and last chances, driving through storms, hearts on the brink, but still holding on. We rode the night with the weight of the fight, almost gave up, but we found our light. Your hand on mine, shaking like the wind. The past pressing hard, but we're not giving in. Every mile, a memory burning slow, the kind that sets free the wounds that won't show. The silence spoke, but we chose to believe that somewhere beyond the doubt we'd achieve a dawn that's broken through the pain, a road worth walking again. Lost roads and last chances, driving through storms, hearts on the brink, but still holding on. We rode the night with the weight of the fight, almost gave up, but we found our light. And when the night tried to steal our flame, we held on tighter and called each other's name. Not just a tale of what could have been, but what we saved when we didn't give in. Lost roads and last chances, driving through storms, hearts on the brink, but still holding on. We rode the night with the weight of the fight.
The night pulled in slow, the headlights cut the dark. Miles stretched in front, each one a silent mark. The empty seats beside me, but lungs full of air. They're trying to find the reason we weren't really there. You packed your bags in the morning haze, said this road's too warm, time to change our ways. But every mile's a memory that's burned too bright. We talked in circles, lost in the fight. Promises tangled in barbed wire lines. Laughed through the pain, tried to redraw the signs. We were never easy, like a worn out song. Notes out of tune, but we kept holding on. The long way home was just a twisted game. Two hearts rough around the edges, but never the same. Dust on the jacket from all those dusty roads, telling stories only the night knows. In the quiet breaks, the silence screamed so loud. We built our walls just to hide the doubt. Underneath the sky, no stars to guide. We held on to sparks that slowly died. We were never easy, like a worn out song. Notes out of tune, but we kept holding on. The long way home was just a twisted game. Two hearts rough around the edges, but never the same. Maybe the roads we took were never meant to bend. Maybe the crooked paths were the means, not the end. But when the night falls heavy and the silence roams, I still hear the heartbeat of our long way home. We were never easy, like a worn out song. Notes out of tune, but we kept holding on. The long way home was just a twisted game. Two hearts rough around the edges, but never the same. No shortcuts taken, no tales untold. Just two souls wandering roads grown cold. We were never easy, but the story is our own, carved in the dust of the long way home. Peace was just a word we used to know, on cracked walls where wildflowers won't grow. Promise promises drop like stones in a stream. What's left behind feels less than a dream. I walk those roads, the dust beneath my boots. Every corner told a story, bitter but true. You said we'd build on stars, but we built on sand. A shaky house falling down without a plan. And I listened close to the silence loud, hoping hope would find me in this crowd. When the pieces speak, they don't lie. Shattered dreams beneath a tired sky, built from broken promises. I see how hope was loud, but it let me down now. We carved our names on an old oak tree. Thought forever was ours, but it slipped like leaves. Laughter faded into the morning mist, a story written with a twist of the wrist. I kept my eyes open, still searched the night for a sign that right could follow the fight. When the pieces speak, they don't lie. Shattered dreams beneath a tired sky, built from broken promises. I see how hope was loud, but it let me down now. But in the cracks, new seeds will take hold. Find strength where the story's been told. Broken roads lead back to new starts. Even the quiet mends broken hearts. When the pieces speak, they don't lie. Shattered dreams beneath the tired sky, built from broken promises. I see how hope was loud, but it let me down now. So I gather the pieces one by one, finding peace as the day is done. Through the worn-out pages of a heart once torn, we found the space where new dreams are born. We started out with sparks like fireflies at night, two wandering souls under pale porch light. You were running scared from a past long held. I was building walls where no one dwelled, but something stirred beneath the silent air, a breathing space between the cracks we made. Not perfect, but real in every shade. Like rivers carving canyons wide and deep, we found ourselves and learned to keep a love that breathes, come rain or shine, a steady heart, your hand in mine. Through every trial, through every fight, love learned to breathe and found its light. The morning's quiet, soft like old stained glass. Coffee's brewing slow in an empty glass. You stand there with a glance that's breaking through. Gentle promise wrapped up just in you. You've been walking roads where the storm winds blow, carrying more than I'll ever know. But in your eyes there's a fire, a spark that turns this cold world a little less dark. When words don't come, when the night feels long, you're the melody of a hopeful song. There's hope in your eyes when hope is loud, like breaking dawn through a heavy cloud. You're the reason I find my way back home. When the silence feels too deep, I'm not alone. Every step you take feels like a story told, of battles fought, of hands held cold. But still you rise with a steady grace, a quiet strength painted on your face. When fear knocks down every open door, you're the light I reach for more and more. There's hope in your eyes when hope is loud, like breaking dawn through a heavy cloud. You're the reason I find my way back home. When the silence feels too deep, I'm not alone. And through the nights that seem to never end, you hold the kind of hope that time can't bend, a steady fire that's never burned out, the kind of love that's beyond all doubt. There's hope in your eyes when hope is loud, like breaking dawn through a heavy cloud. You're the reason I find my way back home. When the silence feels too deep, I'm not alone. So here I stand where the daylight grows, with hope in your eyes the whole world knows. The sun sinking low past the old blue barn. Our boots hit the gravel, tired but warm. The road was a story of almost and could be, but here we stand close, where we're meant to be. We packed up our dreams in a worn-out suitcase, took every wrong turn, tried to find our place. The nights in the truck were cold, long and hard, but every mile brought us closer to our yard. Almost gave up on city lights and tall tales, almost let the silence break us and fail. But here's to the moments we almost lost, almost broke, to the hearts that kept fighting when they wanted to choke. We're almost home again on this dusty road we roam, where every scar tells a story of a place called home. The porch lights flickering like a steady friend. The creek's quiet music starts where the road bends. Old dogs waiting with a tired tail wag. Grandma's pie cooling, waving off the drag. Almost gave into the walls closing in tight, almost lost faith in the morning light. But here's to the moments we almost lost, almost broke, to the hearts that kept fighting when they wanted to choke. We're almost home again on this dusty road we roam, where every scar tells a story of a place called home. Maybe the journey's the reason we came this far. Every stumble and heartache carved out who we are. No glittering city or fame could replace the quiet grace of this familiar face. So here's to the moments we almost lost, almost broke, to the souls unshaken when the nights had us soaked. We're almost home again, where our roots run deep and strong, and that's where the story's been all along. Almost home, and we're never letting go. In this patch of earth, we found the place we know. The sun slips low, painting fields in golden light. Two worn boots stand on paths that split tonight. We carved our stories in different dirt, different skies. You chase the rain, I chase the fire in your eyes. There was no easy song to sing in our tune, just two restless hearts howling to the wandering moon. And every step I took toward your side, the wind pushed me hard from where I tried to hide. We were never easy under the same sky. Two storms colliding, yet learning how to fly. Not always together, but never truly apart. Two roads winding far, but tied at the heart. Your mornings brought coffee with a hint of regret. Mine held notes of dreams I couldn't forget. The miles were many, but the moments were few, like shadows stretching with the morning dew. Though the miles tried to erase your face, every memory stayed, no time could replace. We were never easy under the same sky. Two storms colliding, yet learning how to fly. Not always together, but never truly apart. Two roads winding far, but tied at the heart. Maybe we weren't meant to walk hand in hand, but side by side on separate strands. The horizon's wide, but our story's clear. No perfect peace, just a love sincere. We were never easy under the same sky. Two storms colliding, yet learning how to fly. Not always together, but never truly apart. Two roads winding far, but tied at the heart. Under one sky, we found our way in different lights, but the same at the end of the day. I found your name between the cracks of every old street sign, like it was waiting there for me, a hidden place to find. Morning breaks, I walk alone past the corner cafe, where you sipped your coffee slow, back on that April day. Smiles frozen in my mind, clear as the morning where the story never ends. On the boardwalk by the lake, where summer felt so wide, we carved our promises deep, where the water meets the tide. And when the crowd had gone silent, I heard your laughter call, filling up the empty spaces like the last leaves of fall. And every corner turned reminds me of your smile, a trace of you that follows me mile after mile. Your name's etched in the cracks of everything I see, a soft mark left behind in the heart of every street. It lingers in the spaces where the sunlight falls and bends, between the cracks of everything, where the story never ends. Maybe that's the way love stays, in the places unrefined, in the broken, worn-out moments we leave behind. Not in loud declarations, but in quiet rumbles deep, in the cracks of daily life, where our memories sleep. Your name's etched in the cracks of everything I see, a soft mark left behind in the heart of every street. It lingers in the spaces where the sunlight falls and bends, between the cracks of everything, where the story never ends. So I walk these worn-out paths where your laughter used to be, finding pieces of your name in the cracks that surround me. Fingers tracing rings worn thin on time, old coffee cups worn out but still fine. The bills pile up in quiet stacks, yet here we are, no turning back. Dusty roads we used to dream about, now they're cracked, but we still shout. Through the storms that pull and break, we find the strength to stay awake. No silver spoons, no diamond rings, just worn out songs and everyday things. But in the cracks, the light still shows. It's in the fight that love still grows. We don't have much, but we hold it's ours today. Old photographs with corners torn, memories sharp but love reborn. No flashy lights, just candle flames, calling out each other's names. No grand plans, just simple days, meeting eyes in familiar ways, tangled up in what remains. In the cracks we break the chains. We don't have much, but we hold on tight through all the sleepless, restless nights. Broken pockets and fraying seams, still building up our worn out dreams. If we don't let go, we'll find a way to keep our hearts from drifting away. We broke, but we stayed. Love's not perfect, but it's ours today. Maybe we won't have gold or fame, maybe the world won't learn our name, but in your eyes I found my home. In brokenness, no more alone. We don't have much, but we hold on tight through all the sleepless, restless nights. Broken pockets and fraying seams, still building up our worn out dreams. If we don't let go, we'll find a way to keep our hearts from drifting away. We broke, but we stayed. Love's not perfect, but it's ours today. So here's to us with all we have. In broken times we find the path. Hold my hand, don't walk away. We're holding on, come what may.
The old porch light flickers, rain taps on the tin. Memories and puddles where we used to begin. We tried to sweep the floor, tried to hide the dust, but love settled deeper where our hearts had trust. Cracks in the wood where sunlight couldn't get through, still held pieces of me, still held pieces of you. No matter how far we moved or how hard we tried, some part just wouldn't go. No matter how we denied, held in the spaces between the cracks and the floorboards where the light never reaches. Love still strikes a chord, unseen but not gone, like a soft tight song. It's there when the silence feels way too long. That old love, it lingers like smoke in the air, in corners you don't notice, it's everywhere. Not in the bright daylight, but in the cracks we don't see. A stubborn kind of feeling that just won't set us But love's got a way of stubbornly staying for more. Held in the spaces between the cracks and the floorboards, where the light never reaches, love still strikes a chord. Unseen but not gone, like a soft tide song. It's there when the silence feels way too long. Some things refuse to leave, no matter the plans. It's love like a secret written in the grains of the land. We stoop and we find it in places worn thin, between us, between time, where the story began. Held in the spaces between the cracks and the floorboards, where the light never reaches, love still strikes a chord. Unseen but not gone, like a soft tide song. It's there when the silence feels way too long. In the cracks, in the spaces where the light can't squeeze through, that love still breathing, quietly holding on to you.
The old truck's hum pulls me back, gravel flying behind, dusty tires tracing paths to the days we left behind.
We were wild like summer storms, reckless in our youth, barefoot on the porch, trading secrets and truth. Every sunset painted promises on those fading skies, but somewhere down the line, colors turn to size. Can we roll those years back like a film reel in my hand? Replay the fights that broke us, find where we lost the stand. Let's take these worn out hearts, fight for us again, like we did in those dirt roads before the pain began. When the world was ours and time was holding hands, we'll find our way back, fighting for us again. I remember your laugh like fireflies in July, how we dance in the rain, our worries left to dry. But words like sharp arrows broke through tender seams, fractured our forever into scattered dreams. Can we mend the cracks with stories we still crave? Rewrite the chapters that the silence made. Let's take these worn out hearts, fight for us again, like we did in those dirt roads before the pain began.
day fades behind us, dust blowing in the tailwind. Long nights on the road, wondering where we've been. The old truck gears hum beneath the southern sky, radio singing soft like it knows our reason why. Every mile we pass, I see your face in the rear view. Those memories collide like morning mist on dew. I keep turning my wheels, chasing that small town dream, where the porch light's still on and nothing's what it seems. If you still believe that there's a place called home, where hearts don't forget and love's freely sown, I'm driving through the night with hope as my guide to find where we belong, side by side. Fields of golden corn sway in the evening breeze. Your laughter rings out soft, carried through the trees. Familiar roads lead to a door that's unlatched, waiting for us to come back, no matter how far we've strayed or matched. Every turn I take, every sign that I see pulls me closer to the place where you're waiting for me. If you still believe there's a place called home, where hearts don't forget and love's freely sown, I'm driving through the night with hope as my guide to find where we belong, side by side. No city lights can outshine the stars above that night, when we said we'd find our way back to holding tight. And the miles don't seem so long with you on my mind. It's a winding road, but love's the steepest climb. If you still believe there's a place called home, where hearts don't forget and love's freely sown, I'm driving through the night with hope as my guide to find where we belong, side by side. The night fades gentle into a dawn brand new. I'm coming home where I belong with you. Night wears thin on these old town lanes, cobblestones worn by the weight of the rain. Windows flicker with memories kept in a place where promises are sometimes slept. Main Street's got a diner still holding on. Coffee-stained counters, jukebox playing a worn-out song. Rust beneath the paint on the fire escape, where young hearts dared and dreams took shape. But there's a crack in the pavement where hope can grow, even when the skies haven't learned to blow. If you still believe in broken cities, in the sparks that fly when the night is gritty, hold on to the stories carved in these streets, where the lost and the hopeful silently meet. Old man Joe's porch light swings with the breeze, telling tales older than the tallest trees. His eyes are windows to battles fought and won, in a city that feels like it's come undone. There's a quiet strength beneath the cracked facade, a stubborn heart